Hi, I'm going to start weaning soon. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to share with you some of my favourite weaning essentials, all the equipment and things that you need to gather and buy in order to prepare for weaning with your baby. This video is suitable for you whether you are choosing to do baby-led weaning or traditional weaning with purees or a combination of both. I've got a very noisy baby on the floor next to me, so apologies if you hear him squealing throughout this video. Let's start off with high chairs. Of course, this is a very important thing that you need to get before you start weaning with your baby. We have got the IKEA Antelope high chair, and in my opinion, it's the very best high chair that you can buy. It's really inexpensive. And what I like best about it is the fact that it's so easy to clean. We've got this padded cushion that comes with it that sits in the back and just helps to prop up your babies if you've got a smaller baby or a slightly younger baby that just needs a little bit of support. They are a great investment, although they're not expensive in the first place, because your babies can actually fit in them well until their toddler years. My 2.5, nearly 3-year-old still actually fits in ours. Let's move on to bibs. We all know that weaning is a messy affair. To be honest, I find that the sooner you embrace the mess, the easier it is, but there are a few things that you can do to help keep your child as clean as possible. Our favourite bibs are these ones. These come from IKEA, but you can get very similar ones at lots of supermarkets and online on Amazon. I'll link some down below for you, along with all of the rest of these products as well. These ones are nice because they have got long sleeves, so they offer that extra protection for baby's clothes. They just Velcro up in the back here like this, and they are nice and protective. Now they do have a pouch at the bottom here, but to be perfectly honest, I don't find that it's very good at collecting things. So what we tend to do is put this on, and then we'll grab one of these and put this on over the top, like this. So then this catches all the bits. Your baby will drop a lot in the beginning because they haven't got very good grip strength yet, and also just because they like dropping things. It's a part of their developmental experience. So having a bib like this that's got a large scoop is really important. Of course, the alternative to bibs is just to let your baby sit and eat in a nappy, especially if it's nice warm weather, and we did that often with Finley because it's just a lot easier to clean them up that way. On to cleaning up. The things that we like to use to clean up our babies with are some cloths like this when we're in the house, and then we take a packet of wipes with us when we go out and about, just because it's easier. These cloths here are ones from Aiden and Ane, and I like them because they're really soft and they wash up well, but to be perfectly honest, you could use whichever kind of flannels or reusable cloths that you like. We tend to go through one of these per meal, so we will use it to wipe up and then throw it straight in the washing machine afterwards. So it's quite smart, especially at the start, to have a good stock of these. Moving on to eating now and the things that you need for your baby. I'm going to talk a little bit about plates and bowls, but to be perfectly honest with you, the thing that I often did that worked the best is just to put the food directly onto the tray of the high chair, because inevitably your baby is going to pick up the bowl or the plate and throw it on the floor. That's just what babies do, and it's part of them experimenting with gravity and how things move. You can get bowls that have got suctions on the bottom of them, and I'll show you one of those in a second, but to be perfectly honest, they never stick that well, even the really expensive ones. So I just find that it's best to put the food directly onto the baby's high chair tray. You know it's clean because you will have just wiped it anyway. If you do want to use bowls or plates, then these bowls like this that have got the suction on the bottom work pretty well. They do stick to a certain extent. Babies are surprisingly strong, and if they really want to, they will pull it off, but it just helps to prevent it sliding around, and that's what I find the most important, especially if you've got something in there like yogurt and your baby is feeding themselves. Then you don't want a bowl to be sliding around a tray because that just makes it infinitely harder for them. So having something like this with the silicone bottom works well. I also quite like these bowls because they came with a lid, and I can put this in our changing bag and take it out with us, and then I can just take the lid off and the food is ready to eat. We have quite a few plates like this. These are made from recycled material, and they are dishwasher safe and BPA free, and that's something that you need to look for. I would advise to first of all look for things that are dishwasher safe, because otherwise you're going to be doing an awful lot of washing up, and secondly to look for things that are BPA free, because that means that they don't have any harmful chemicals in the plastics or or the material that makes up the plate or bowl. To be perfectly honest, I don't love plates that have dividers on them, just because I think it encourages children to want their food to be separate from each other. And you can easily do that on a normal plate anyway. Actually, I just think that this is not how we as adults eat, with our food in separate compartments, so we shouldn't expect our children to eat like this either. However, just purely from a plate point of view, they work really well. This has been dropped a lot of times and it's still going strong. Your baby will start off eating with their fingers, and that is the most important thing for them to do. Don't worry about them using cutlery too soon, because actually the action of them using their fingers like this in the pincer grip or using their whole hand are really important for building up those hand muscles and their hand-eye coordination and accuracy too. You can though give them a spoon from right at 6 months. They may not use it straight away, but they may enjoy playing with it and certainly putting it in their mouths and chewing on it. And it just helps to start that process of them learning about what cutlery is. Our favourite spoons are ones like these. So we have spoons like these that have the metal top on them. And I like these not only because they have a metal top, so they're more realistic and close to what we use as adults, but also because they are very wide. And these are great for scooping up a lot of food, especially as your baby gets a little bit older, because the very narrow spoons really don't get very much on them, and then inevitably whatever is on them will probably fall off. So a wide spoon just gives them a little bit more chance to scoop things up. It also, because it's wide, stops them from putting it too far into their mouths and choking or gagging. We also like these spoons. These are from Munchkin. They are super long handled, and I found that these were the easiest by far for Finley to hold by himself. They're also great for you to be able to help them hold as well, and they've got a really flexible end, so they're not going to hurt themselves when they put it in their mouths, if that's something that you're worried about with a metal spoon like the one that I just showed before. Rupert's decided to join me for this next part of the video. If you're going to buy forks for your baby at the start of your weaning journey, then I would highly recommend that you get the metal ones, because ones like this do not prick food and they are frankly quite useless. If you're worried about the fork pricking the baby because the metal ends are sharper, then you really shouldn't worry, because there is going to be food on the end of the fork that they're obviously going to be after, and as long as you're supervising them closely, they will be absolutely fine. We have always used metal forks like this with Finley and never had an issue. These ones, really, I wouldn't recommend. They don't work. I will briefly talk now about the things that you need to prepare and store food with, and then I will show you a few of my picks for going out and about. Even if you're doing traditional weaning, there is going to be a point when you are going to give your baby finger foods. So that's things that are not purees. And the key to things like that is that they are cut up into long sticks, not only because it's easier for babies to hold, but it also reduces the choking hazard. So we actually use this. It's a toast cutter. I'm not sure exactly what the proper word is for it, but basically you use it to stamp in toast and it cuts out little soldier shapes. I use this for anything soft for Finley because it creates really nice long strips. If you are preparing food for your baby to eat, whether it's purees or you're just saving some of your spaghetti bolognese, for example, from your meal the night before to give to your baby, then I would really recommend putting them in something like this. I think it's an ice cube mold or maybe a jelly mold. There are nice big sections on here for you to decant the food into and put in your freezer. We do have a lid for this somewhere, but I'm not sure where it is. And then all you need to do when it comes time to eat is pop one of these out and you have got a perfectly portioned amount of food for your baby. It looks small, but actually when these defrost down, they create quite a nice amount for a baby, especially up to about 10 months where they don't really tend to eat that much. Another alternative are little Tupperwares like this. You can get glass ones or plastic ones like these. They're perfect size for, again, decanting small amounts of food into and storing them like that. I also really like these for taking out and about with us. These are another good option as well, and I like them because they're quite deep, so they're perfect for things like yogurt because you can actually take the lid off and then use it as a little bowl. Hopefully we'll all be going out and about with our babies very soon, so these are some things that you can use to make your trip out that little bit easier. We have a lunchbox like this for Finley. It's from Skip Hop. It's super cute, and it's just one of the ones that is lined inside with this material to make sure that things stay nice and cool. It also wipes clean really well, and it has a little handle on the top. This also has a clip on, so what I tend to do is clip it onto the handle or the strap of our changing bag, and then it doesn't get lost. Do you like that? Look at those high contrast patterns. The other high chair that we have, and we use this for going out and about, but you could use this at home as well, is the Kiko pocket snack. So this is what it looks like, and it's all folded up, so it's super portable. This fits in the bottom of my pram, so I often just throw it in my pram when I'm going out and about and take it with me. It's reasonably heavy, so you wouldn't want to cart it around all the time, but if you know that you're going out to a restaurant or a cafe, then it works perfectly, or somebody's house even that doesn't have a high chair there. I will disassemble it to show you how it works. It just folds up like this, and then you've got the seat there, and then it's also got legs underneath that clip out so that you can stand it up to give it a little bit of height, and they actually go to several different heights, so you can adjust it to the height of your table or the table that you're sitting at when you're out and about. It's also got these really long straps underneath, so they strap round the bottom and round the back of whichever chair you're putting it on, so it's very secure and stable. And you could just have it like this as a booster seat if you have an older child, but it also does have a tray as well that clips onto it like that. In addition to the pots that I mentioned before, the lids, which are really good to take out and about with you, we really like these no spill snack cups, and how they work is that they have a silicone lid at the top, and then your baby or your older child can put their hand inside and get the snacks out, but when they shake them, nothing will tip out. Something that I would really recommend that you get to throw in your high chair, and these have saved us on more than one occasion, are these portable throwaway bibs. Now, I know that they're not good for the environment, and I try not to use them, but if you have forgotten your ordinary bib and you don't want your baby to get covered in food, these are perfect. They fold up really small, so they're great to just shove in your bag and have for emergencies. And the bottoms of them do actually fold under, so to make like a little scoopy bit to catch the bits. If you are interested in following along with our weaning journey with Rupert, then do make sure that you subscribe to the channel. If you would like me to make more videos about weaning, then let me know what you're interested in the comments below, and I will be happy to make those for you. Please don't forget to like this video because it really does help to support me and my channel. And if you're not subscribed, then make sure that you do. In the meantime, if you want to check out more of our videos, then just click here. We will see you all very soon. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye. This video is suitable for Rube.